It's top of the evening to you, don't you know? I'm actually home for the weekend. Not for long. I think we're leaving Wednesday to head to AT&T Stadium for Dallas Supercross, and then headed down to Daytona from there for Daytona Supercross. So got some stuff coming up. We're at home this weekend. Got a good friend. In fact, the ministry that I'm doing this stuff with this year, Team Faith, founder Brian O'Rourke is really interested in trying to get familiarized with wild game and eating it and cooking it and maybe even harvesting it. So I'm going out to the river to try to get a pig this evening so I can have a pig roast to take to Dallas Supercross to cook for Brian to try it out and see what he thinks of this stuff. It's, you know, not everybody is exposed in the same capacity that I am at this kind of stuff. And he is really fascinated with the idea of just getting involved with the wild game stuff. So anyway, I'm gonna run upriver, try to get on a pig this evening. Well, I got down there where I was going, and there were some people down there riding some side-by-sides around, and that's not legal here, but I sure don't want to raise a ruckus about it. I mean, I'm just tickled to see people getting out and doing stuff, and you know, not being bound up by the 1.9er. It's keeps enough people at bay, so when people are getting out and about, even if they might be tweaking the law just a little bit by riding a side-by-side down in the river bottom, I'm sure not going to balk on them or call the cops on them or anything like that. So anywho, I'm going to run back to the house real quick, grab a canoe, and try to head down river from the house there. All right, change of plans. Like I told you, where I was going, there was some folks down there riding side-by-sides and kind of had it blown up. So hunting down there wasn't really an option. So decided to grab a canoe, grab a tent, and head down to my regular hole down here at the mouth. Okay, starting to come into some hog tracks, and you can see how rounded the point in the front of the print is there on the pig. Here's some deer tracks right here next to them. You can see how they taper down to a point at the end of the track. So I have come into quite a few hog tracks here just to the last 100 yards or so. So more deer tracks, a lot of coyote tracks. There's a big pig in the sand. So anyway, the pigs looks like they're just farther up this way. So walking in this river sand right now, and it's like, well, walking in sand. So yeah, I just wanted to show y'all there's not a whole lot of difference between a hog track and a deer track. It can be a little bit difficult to tell the difference sometimes in certain dirt, if it's real soft and sandy, especially because it doesn't leave a lot of definition. But when they're defined and they've got, you know, clear definition there, they're pretty distinguishable. Let's get up here. Okay, I'm not very concealed here. But this is where I'm setting up. You can see I've got a bipod here. I Velcro it to my scope, Velcro it to the gun. And with that, I can pick the gun up and move it. So I like to set the bipod a little bit tall. If it's too high, I can kick it out, bring it down. If I need to make it taller, I can bring the legs together to bring it up. a stool. And here in this river sand, I can't bring a tripod stool. It's gotta have a base on it or you'll sink. So my key is a bipod set to a height where I can put my elbows on my knees, comfortably bring the gun into me, and I can just absolutely get locked in. When I put my elbows on my knees, I stop all this float, and it lets me get really solid. I'm comfortable with 400-yard Kentucky winded shots set up like this. So it might take a little play and a little tweaking, but I encourage you, get you a bipod. I'm not a big fan of a tripod because I hike to where I hunt. It's more to carry and I don't get no more stability out of it. When I get my elbows here and get settled in, it's rock solid. We'll see what happens. Just had a bobcat cross, about 300 yards upriver. A really nice 10-point cross right in front of him. All right, I am back down here to the canoe. Have not set up camp yet. Put a couple of hooks in the water trying, hopefully, to find a channel cat or a blue cat out there so I can have some supper. So we're gonna go sit over here for a little bit and see if we can find something to eat. All right, calling another audible here. I think I'm fixing to pack up, hop in the canoe, make the 2-mile float down river, and have River pick me up at the bridge down here by the house. Got a pretty hectic schedule coming, and just got another little tidbit kind of pitched in there. Going to be doing some announcing at the JS7 here in a couple weeks, and super excited for that. But my reality is I've got to do a bunch of work on the Team Faith rig tomorrow. And then I've got to do some work on my personal rig because we're leaving in a couple of days to go to Dallas for the AT&T Stadium Dallas Supercross this coming weekend. From there, headed down to Daytona. And then Daytona back up to Nashville and then fly home, hop in my rig and drive down for the JS7. So just looking at the scheduling and the way everything's going right now, I feel like it's probably a good idea to just load up and head to the house. I don't know if the GoPro's picking up all the coyotes, but they're torching off all around. They're not real close. Hello, mister. There's 4 of them right there, 4 coons. Oh, I'm able to slip right up on them and tap him with my paddle. They're just discombobulated there. What in the world's going on? This crazy white dude is freaking me out down here. Stinking rednecks, get out of my world. I came down here to try to get rested. Was driving home from Los Angeles a couple days ago in the Team Faith rig, and that thing's like 80 feet long, and I can just tell you, driving through Los Angeles traffic in that rig, it's nerve-wracking. I pushed pretty hard to get home. Had a meeting I had to go to Monday night. I left Anaheim Sunday midday and had a meeting at 5 o'clock Monday evening to be at, so made it basically noon our time in California, and then made it home by 4 o'clock for my meeting at 5 last Monday. And on the way home, I was just thinking about rest. We'd been down in Florida a few days before, me and my wife had, and I've been struggling with some back and neck issues, and people are encouraging me to get rest. You need to rest. And so kind of why I came down here was to rest. Not going to pan out on this one. I'm going to have to get home, get some stuff done. But thinking about rest, and I was listening to the Bible on my way home from Anaheim, and it just resonated with me when the guy was reading through, I believe he was reading in Mark, talking about the Sabbath, and talking about the Sabbath being made for man and not man for the Sabbath. And that really spoke to me. The Sabbath isn't made for us as to have it as a rule. Sabbath is made for us to let this temple put itself in a place where it can be effective and efficient. Meaning we get rested up so that we can effectively go out and do what God's called us to do. And so that's what I came here to do, is rest. And I feel like for me to rest right now, the best thing for me to do is go home, sleep in my bed, so that I can get up tomorrow, get the Team Faith rig to town, get it worked on, and then get back home and work on my stuff, and not put myself in such a crunch before I have to leave here in a few days. So I don't know if that really speaks to any of you guys. I know that, you know, we're in a society that is a pour the coals to it society. Make what you can make today because you're not guaranteed tomorrow. And, you know, to a degree, I agree with that ideology. We are not guaranteed tomorrow, but today it's a blessing. And I read a thing one time on a poster one time that really spoke to me, and it said this. It said, yesterday's a history, tomorrow's a mystery, today is a gift. That's why we call it the present. And I think we can get so caught up and worried about tomorrow that we don't really take a chance to slow down and just absorb today, to be in the moment today, to appreciate today, the breath in our lungs. And that's what I want to encourage you guys with. I've got my work cut out for me to get downriver in the dark here and try to get to the bridge down there at a respectable time so I can get home tonight at a respectable time so I can get some rest, get some food, get some rest. Didn't bring any food, and I just caught a pretty nice catfish that I was going to eat tonight. I just pitched him back in because I made my decision to head on home. But today's a gift. Right now is a gift. And we get so focused on our retirement that it seems like a lot of times we just blow right through the now and don't take a chance to just absorb the moment and be in it. And that's what I want to encourage you guys with. And might not resonate with you guys because I'm kind of bailing out on my rest to get home, but I do have some responsibilities, and like all of us, I've got bills and fuel to put in my pickup so that I can go do the things that I feel called to do. And being that we don't raise support, got to get it somehow. So glory to God, I got an opportunity to go down and do some announcing and make some money. Anyway, anything cool happens, I'll try to get it on video and show you guys. Otherwise, bless you guys. Looking forward to the next one. Oh, coyote's starting to fire off over there. Don't know if you can hear them. We'll see if they can get loud. They're back here behind me, a few hundred yards. Don't know if you can hear that. They're torching off over there. Yeah, in my mind, they're worshiping right now. They're singing the praises of the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. And it is a sweet, sweet sound in my ears. Bless you guys.